Diary of a Downward Spiral. October 26th. The radiator is clanking again. It sounds like a dying beast, coughing up its last reserves of heat. Fitting, I suppose. We're both running on fumes. The apartment, and me. I haven't bothered getting out of bed today. Or yesterday, for that matter. The sheets are a mess, crumpled and smelling faintly of stale pizza and despair. I haven't showered in, well, let's just say it's been a few days. My beard is starting to itch. There's a notice tacked to the door. A bright orange rectangle screaming about overdue rent. It looks like a mocking sun against the peeling paint. I already know what it says. I know the exact number, down to the last penny, that stands between me and a roof over my head. A number I don't have. A number I have no hope of getting. The irony isn't lost on me. I used to love this place. Back when I had a job, back when I had something to look forward to. The high ceilings, the creaky hardwood floors, the view of the city skyline, all reasons I readily justified the exorbitant rent. Now, those same features feel like taunts, reminders of a life I can no longer afford. October 27th. Another day, another continent explored entirely from the confines of my bed. I've mastered the art of navigating the treacherous terrain of my duvet, scaling the peaks of pillow mountains and traversing the vast valleys of discarded chip bags. It's an Olympic-level feat of laziness. I tried to call Sarah today. My mom. She always worries. I managed one ring before hanging up. What would I even say? Hi Mom, I lost my job, I'm about to be homeless, and I'm pretty sure I'm developing a symbiotic relationship with my bedsheets. That's a conversation best avoided, I think. The silence in this apartment is deafening. It used to be filled with music, laughter, the clatter of cooking. Now, it's just the rhythmic thump-thump of my anxiety and the occasional siren wailing in the distance, a soundtrack to my impending doom. October 28th. I finally forced myself to shower. It felt like a monumental achievement, like I'd single-handedly negotiated a peace treaty between warring nations. The hot water stung my skin, a welcome sensation after days of lukewarm neglect. For a brief, glorious moment, I almost felt human. The feeling didn't last. I checked my bank account. Again. The numbers remained depressingly unchanged. A handful of dollars mocking the sea of red ink. I considered selling my TV, my computer, anything of value. But the thought of navigating Craigslist, of dealing with strangers, of further stripping myself bare, it's too much. I just don't have the energy. I saw my reflection in the bathroom mirror. A gaunt ghost of the man I used to be. Dark circles under my eyes, a 5-day-old beard struggling to fill out, a general air of profound defeat. I don't recognize him. October 29th. The landlord knocked today. Or rather, he pounded. I pretended not to be home. I could hear his voice, muffled through the door, reciting the eviction notice. I know the drill. I've seen it in movies. It's just happening to me now. I spent the afternoon looking at job postings online. Entry-level marketing assistant, junior sales associate, customer service representative. The same tired listings, the same soul-crushing requirements, the same feeling of utter inadequacy. My resume is a black hole. It sucks in hope and spits out rejection. I ate a can of beans for dinner. Cold. Straight from the can. It felt strangely appropriate. October 30th. The dreams are getting worse. Last night, I dreamt I was wandering through a vast, empty city, searching for my apartment. But every time I found it, the door would vanish, leaving me stranded in a labyrinth of brick and despair. I woke up in a cold sweat, heart pounding, the reality of my situation even more bleak than the nightmare. I found a flyer for a soup kitchen taped to a lamppost on the street. It felt like a premonition. I'm starting to pack. Not with any real optimism, but with a kind of resigned inevitability. A few clothes, some books, the photograph of my grandfather that I always keep on my nightstand. What else do I even need? Everything I own feels tainted now, infected with the virus of my failure. October 31st. Halloween. A cruel joke. Everyone is out celebrating, dressed in costumes, pretending to be someone they're not. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here, facing the very real prospect of spending the night on the streets. I drank the last of the cheap whiskey. It dulled the edges of the panic, but it also amplified the loneliness. I scrolled through my contacts, searching for someone, anyone, to talk to. But everyone is out, living their lives, oblivious to the quiet desperation consuming me. I think I understand now. I understand how people end up on the streets. It's not always a grand tragedy, a sudden cataclysmic event. Sometimes, it's just a slow, insidious decay, a gradual erosion of hope and resources until there's nothing left but the cold, hard ground. November 1st. The eviction notice is official now. I have 72 hours. 72 hours to find a new place to live, to find a job, to find some semblance of, well, anything. I looked in the mirror again. The ghost is still there, but something has shifted. There's a flicker of something in his eyes. Not hope, not exactly. But maybe a spark of defiance. I'm not going to lie. I'm terrified. But I'm also angry. Angry at the system, angry at myself, angry at the universe for throwing me this curveball. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I don't know where I'll sleep, or what I'll eat. But I know one thing. I'm not going to give up. Not yet. I may be broken, bruised, and about to be homeless, but I'm not dead. And as long as I'm breathing, there's still a chance. The clanking radiator seems a little less mournful tonight. Maybe it's not dying. Maybe it's just clearing its throat. November 2nd. I went to the soup kitchen. Humbling, to say the least. But the woman serving the stew smiled at me. A genuine, warm smile. It was a small thing, but it meant something. I spent the afternoon at the library, scouring the internet for resources. Shelters, charities, job boards. The sheer volume of information is overwhelming, but I'm starting to find my way. I even managed to write a new cover letter. It's not perfect, but it's honest. It acknowledges my situation without wallowing in self-pity. It highlights my skills, my experience, my willingness to work. It's a start. November 3rd. Tomorrow is the day. The day I have to be out of the apartment. I haven't found a new place to live yet. I haven't found a job. But I have found something else. A glimmer of resilience. A stubborn refusal to surrender. I'm not sure where I'll go. Maybe a shelter. Maybe a park bench. But wherever I end up, I'll keep searching, keep fighting, keep believing that things can get better. The city skyline looks beautiful tonight, shimmering under the moonlight. It's a harsh, unforgiving beauty, but it's beautiful nonetheless. I'm still tired. I'm still lonely. But maybe, just maybe, I'm not quite as lost as I thought I was. The journey is just beginning. And I'm ready to walk it, one shaky step at a time. My diary may not be filled with happy memories, but it will be a testament to my will to survive. And that's something. That has to be enough, for now.